It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. Off we go from Soldier Field. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to begin with a pass. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Brought in. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet. Well, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
Here's 3rd and 7. Williams to the air once more. This is intercepted. Picked off by Cater Kohu. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. Second down and 8. Receiver in motion, going right. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. It's up and through, and the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bears offense going to take over now for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he'll get this up to the 44. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He'll try to run for it. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the first down. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll go again with Swift. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Williams now to throw. Wanarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Williams. That is caught. The Bears are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran...
Powering forward. He's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good. And the Bears will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Down the field, he's got Washington. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Now Sanders on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Scott now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll run, and he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing is Williams. He'll try and get there on the ground. And with defenders closing in, he says enough is enough and slides to a halt there. A big-time play for the Bears. 31 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
He'll take off again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. So after 1, it's the Dolphins with the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He's going to tuck it and go. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield, take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Bears. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Montez Sweat that time. Fights his way in to record the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
A shotgun snap for Tua. This one caught by Waller. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
That's taken in by Achane. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Here comes Waddle on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Back to throw is Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Now Williams. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Williams. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. 3rd down coming up.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he's going to have a Bears 1st down, I do believe. Gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Another run here, another run by Swift. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even 1st half. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this, from the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Taking off, he'll try to get there. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. That is Zach Sealer getting in there to bring him down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Quick throw, taken in. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
So we've reached halftime here. It has been an entertaining first half. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. First and 10. Here's 2. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On first and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. This is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, trying to find some place to escape, and there was none. A big loss on the play.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Tua going to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
And how impressive was that, Mike? I mean, not only to be able to generate that amount of separation downfield, but then to track the ball. Remember, this was a running back, but he looked like a wide receiver, and we're looking around the league, Mike, and a lot of these backs, in order to play in today's NFL, you have to be part receiver.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. Hill brought in motion. Here's Achak. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Here now, second down and goal. Throwing is Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? 3rd and goal coming up. They'll run with Achan. A dive, and he's in. Devon Achan. Touchdown, Dolphins.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Scott now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Set to go now on 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Here's Swift. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They will run it over center with Swift. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On first down, it's Swift. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Now he'll run it.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Williams now to throw. That's out wide. They're trying the tight end screen. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's brought down to 17, but that's going to be good enough. A first down picked up on the ground.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Williams. That is caught back corner of the end zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Santos for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bears will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He's got the hook up there to Waddle.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again, it's Tua. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. And now you hold your breath when you see this. That's Tua, who's in some obvious discomfort. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one complete to Washington. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. On third down, here's Wilson. He'll try to run for it. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. Important punt here in this tie game late. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Williams. To the perimeter, he got Odunze on the out.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page and the ball falls incomplete.
Open man left side. He's got it. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. On third down, it's Williams. A hit, and he has lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Second and goal. Hill brought in motion. One more time, it's Achane. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. They'll run with Madison. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down. So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. They'll come up here, first and 10. Throwing is Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a...
Big play coming up. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's Got the hook up there to Odunze. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Williams to throw on second down. He's going to run it.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. That's into the hands of Olamide Zaccheaus. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. A run with Swift. And he'll get about 5. They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Bears. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Washington now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for...
And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Bears offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Swift, and he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. On the ground, it's Swift. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.